goodness gracious, man. I haven't been live in forever. What was it, like September or some crap like that? It's been a long time. It's been a long freaking time since I've gone live, actually. And they changed stuff. They changed the layout a little bit here. Here on StreamYard. So some things are just a little bit different. Not too much, though. But anyway, today we're going to talk about your average 49ers stuff. We're going to talk about the latest 49ers things that's happening, the latest news, talk about the 49ers versus Titans. We're going to look up at the playoff scenarios as well, like can we get the number one seed, wild card. I'm a little curious about that. I actually have not done any research on that whatsoever yet, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. I have the page up, but I haven't read it. We'll talk about Christian McCaffrey having an illness. That's going to be a short conversation because really that's like all we know about it. The injury report, like I said. And then at the end, we'll go ahead and look at some American football memes. That's what the Reddit that I found. I found a Reddit, and it's got a bunch of football memes on it. So we'll just have a whole laugh, chuckle. And then we'll just hang out, have a conversation, just talk football for an hour. And then, leading up to Thursday Night Football. FBI most wanted in the house. In the house. What up? Did you see Patrick Willis says he won't rule out playing for the Niners in the playoffs? Imagine a world. I'm sure he meant that as in like what Phillip Rivers did, because Phillip Rivers kind of came out of retirement. So like there's this whole joke now of like Tom Brady, he's going to come out of retirement now. And so like every person who's retired is going to come out now and play. But I think that was a joke. That would be cool, though. That would be cool. That would be cool. FBI most wanted. Well, I was like, I thought about calling you Juan. I was like, and then I got like stuck in between. Like, should I just call him Juan, a super long name? Oh, but. Yeah, so that's what's going down right now. I'm pretty excited about this team and heading into the playoffs, and just the fight this team has, the passion this team has. So I can't tell you how excited I am for this team heading into playoffs, and then hopefully have Fred Warner in the NFC Championship and end the Super Bowl. So like with that momentum, and then if you get him back in the NFC Championship, that would be awesome. Right. So that's the one thing. We'll talk about Fred real quick, too, as well, because Fred posted something. Let's see if I can bring that up. Hold on. Fred Warner post. See if I can find it. Fred Warner Instagram. CMC is sick, apparently. According to CBS, CMC has an illness. This is on CBS.com. Says Chris McCaffrey dealing with illness and is quite. He was limited at practice today due to an illness. So if he's limited, he's probably going to play anyway. He's just sick. So there's really nothing like. There's no update other than that. It's quite literally just that he was limited at practice with an illness. So. And Christian McCaffrey just kind of seems like the kind of guy who would, even if he was sick, he would still play regardless anyway. Like he would literally have to not be able to move kind of type thing. Rub some dirt on it. Exactly. Old school, classic way of getting it done. Just rub some dirt on it. Or to not think about that injury, give yourself another injury, like break your pinky. You don't need your pinky. 40 carries, 200 yards. Yeah, dude. That would be how many? I can't do math right now. What is it, like 2 point yards? 2 point? Is that? I can't do math. Is that 2 yards a carry? Or is it 4 yards a carry? I can't do math right now. How many yards a carry is that actually? But all right. So let's go ahead and jump into the injury report for the team. Let's see if I can bring it up. Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. Share screen. Make it seem like I came very unprepared. All right. What? Where's the? I came very unprepared, y'all. Come on, make that bigger. No. Whatever. That'll do. That'll work. All right. So here's your current injury report for the San Francisco 49ers. Tatum Bethune did not participate. Neither did Kevin Givens, Nick Martin, Christian McCaffrey with the illness. I thought he was limited today, so that's going to pop up on Thursday. So still no information on the information on today. But yesterday, Tatum Bethune did not practice. Givens didn't practice. Martin didn't practice. Aquanu didn't practice. And Trent Williams didn't practice. But that's usually just that's non-injury related. So I thought. Same thing with Chris McCaffrey. Same thing with Kevin Givens. So says 4 people watching. Don't be shy at all, chat. Without a doubt, man. Yeah, shoot us some questions, man. Have a conversation. I don't mind. We're just chilling. Just hanging out, talking 49ers football. There really is. I'm kind of approaching these kind of lives now differently when I start getting back to it again. It's just hanging out, like when you see like your favorite streamer or whatever doing stuff, they just sit there, they just chill, they talk to chat, and then they just have a conversation about whatever it is that they stream about. And that's kind of how I want to approach this. It seems like it's not organized. It kind of just seems like, well, you're just kind of winging it. It kind of seems like that, but I just really want it to be like a chill, us hang out, you guys comment, let's look up stuff, have a good time, kind of chill thing for an hour. So Dr. Space Monkey MD, bang, bang, yo. Bang, bang, Niner gang, baby. Let's go. Without a doubt, 7 people in here. Be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button already. Oh, I forgot to do this. One in the house. Dr. Space Monkey MD in the house. Be sure that like button if you haven't already. Oh, and of course, we're brought to you by our sponsor. We're brought to you by water. It's super good for you. It's good for your body. It's good for your bowels. It's just good for your skin. Just all around good for you. H2O. It's the way to go. So, as the 49ers thing, there's really not much to talk about in terms of when I was looking up stuff to talk about the 49ers stuff and things of that nature. There's not much to talk about other than like 1 or 2 things heading into this Titans game. It's the playoff scenarios, which we're going to go ahead and jump into and see what that's happening there with the 49ers. And then, of course, Fred Warner. I couldn't find the post. I'm trying to bring it up right now. Fred Warner posts like the coolest thing today. I absolutely loved it. And I want to share it with you guys. I have to log into Instagram to get it. Hold on. He posted him like in a hyperbolic. It's from the thing from Dragon Ball Z. I can't seem to think of it. The hyperbolic chamber, I believe. Yeah, damn it. Images. There it is. Okay. Nope. Where is it, dude? I'm having trouble, guys. I don't want us to hyperbolic time chamber. There you go. Thank you so much, man. Hyperbolic time chamber. That's a throwback. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z in a long, long time, man. But I respect that. Anime. I was about to call it a cartoon. And I knew if I said that, I was gonna get so people will kill you, man. If you call anime a cartoon. That skin got to be a lie. My skin is shit. This is a filter, man. This is not a filter, bro. Look how shiny my skin is from the water. I don't want us to rush Fred, but damn it, if he's in the NFC Championship, that's kind of like, I mean, if it's for the NFC Championship or like the Super Bowl, I understand pushing yourself and trying to put yourself out there because you really want to win the game. You want to mark yourself in history. You want to have a legacy. And one of those things that people talk about when you're a Hall of Famer or a great player or an elite player, one of the things they talk about is like, did he win a Super Bowl? Did they get that Super Bowl? Fred Warner has, to me, in my eyes, at his age, I believe he's only 29 right now. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame linebacker. He's already got that on lock right now. He just needs to get that Super Bowl to really kind of solidify everything. So I kind of see where he's coming from, where it's like he's just working so hard to get back and he wants to take that risk. I would almost do that myself, right? Like if I try to put myself in his shoes, that's how I would feel about it. That's how I feel like it. I'm like, okay, I'm a Hall of Fame player. There's one thing stopping me. There's one accolade I need to get. And I feel like for him, this is the one that he needs to get. And also, me as a 49ers fan, I love Fred. Winning games without Fred hurts. It actually sucks. I hate winning games without Fred. Like, there's a hole in it. There's just, it's almost like there's this weird void when you win. You're not getting that Dub City anymore, right? Heading into the playoffs, man, like let's say we win the wild card or divisional, whatever it may be, and he's not there. It's not going to feel the same without him. I'm always going to keep thinking that every time if we do win playoff games and head into the NFC Championship, and then we end up getting back, that division and wild card games are not going to feel the same without him. So I really do want him back. If we win the Super Bowl without him, this might be weird. I know that's a huge long shot here, but if we win the Super Bowl without him, that would kind of hurt. I obviously he's gonna get a ring for sure, but I kind of want to win with him. I want to see him on the field, man. I want to see him be the leader, lead the team. I want him to do that. And something has been taken from us that no matter how successful this team is, I feel like personally, just I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, it's always going to feel like something is missing. It's always going to feel like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I will take the Super Bowl without Fred Warner, but I'd much rather have him in there. He means a lot to me as a fan. Like, off the field, on the field, talent, teammate, he's A+ across the board. And I always kind of fell in love with players like Brock Purdy, George Kittle, things of that nature. For Fred, man, it kind of came out of he was still a great player, but I never was in love with him as a player. Like, he wasn't my favorite player. But over time, I think it was just a couple of years, 2023 is kind of I feel like when it kicked in for me, where it's like, I'm starting to love this player a lot. And then in 2024, with everything going down and him pushing through all those injuries, I showed more respect for him. There's more love for the guy. And it's just everything this dude has done for this team. And for me as a fan, I am extremely grateful, and he's extremely humble, and he's, just doing his best. He leads by example. There's just so much to love and respect about Fred Warner that it's a void to me when I think about winning the Super Bowl without him, So I really do hope Fred makes a comeback. I want to see Fred make a comeback. I want to see Fred out there. It's obviously his decision. I really hope that he doesn't feel like, he's peer pressured. He has to get it done, or, I hope there's nobody in the office that's forcing the issue or anything like that. I really hope this is his decision. I hope this is him. I'm going to do this. And that's what he's also presenting as well, is that he's presenting, hey, I'm going to do everything I can to make a comeback. And right now he's got a hyperbolic chamber. He's got one of those. I can't find the pictures of it, but he's got a hyperbolic chamber, which is crazy to me. It's literally looks like an iron lung. It's huge. And he's got a hyperbolic chamber. And there's this cartoon Dragon Ball Z-esque thing of him just in this chamber. I think that's just so cool, man. It brightened up my day just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie saying that. Even though, yes, it's still a slim chance that he can come back. But as Jim Carrey said, so you're saying there's a chance. Just hanging on to that chance. So we got a couple comments in here. If anyone can come back from the injury quickly as Fred. Fred. Yep. Fred could do it. He has that mentality. He does, dude. He played through that fractured ankle. So I think he could do it. Papa J in the house. Best mod of Broken Esport. Hey, showing some love. That's what I like to see. Having no Warner and a W is like having no Papa Jan alive. It's something. Yeah, for sure. There's this little inkling, something's off. Imagine where it comes back and wins Super Bowl MVP. That would be amazing. And I could totally see him doing that too. I could totally see him doing that. Winning the Super Bowl without Fred is like having a baby without your wife. Not cool. I like the not cool part. Showing some love. That's what I like to see. Kittle's up there, but Warner is undoubtedly my favorite player, possibly of all time. He's heading up there, dude. Like, I respect that exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Like Kittle from the jump has always been a lovable character and has been like the official leader of the team, right? And he's up there. To me, it's 1A, 1B in terms of best player and like Hall of Fame 49er all time. Yeah, Trent kind of came in there. I know Trent Williams in there. I kind of sort of like his back end of his career, not back end, but like the second half of his career. But like Fred and Kittle are 49er bred and born, and that's what they represent. That's who they are. And it's just kind of like you grew up with them, like from their weakest moments to their elite situation now. Kittle, without a doubt, and Fred Warner are 1A, 1B to me. So if you wanted to put Kittle up front over Fred, I totally get it. If you put Fred over Kittle, that's great. But if you put like other players up there, I'd be like, okay, there's a debate to be had, right? There's a little bit of debate to be had here, I think, personally, if you ask me on that. Purdy, I love Purdy. I get that, but he still needs to do a little bit more. He still needs to. I'm a big fan of him, right? But he's not like top 3 position or top 1 or top 2 or anything like that, right? So like. In terms of merit, he kind of falls back a little bit. But in terms of a quarterback, he's definitely one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time for the 49ers. But right now, Kittle and Fred are going to be like one of those days where you're just sitting on a curb, right? And you're just thinking, and like, what was it? Someone told me long ago. You got some clearance. What was it? Clarence Clearwater Revival, I think it's what's called. You got that playing in your head, you got edits in your head just thinking about Fred and Kittle. No Diddy, by the way. B-Dubs, Juan got a name. I love it. Turns out Fred is a real life Wolverine. He is. Fred is currently going by the nickname Freddy Wooger. Kind of supposed to be like Freddy Krueger. I kind of like that. I really do like that. Crazy Juice in the house. I wish we could hear the same for Nick Bosa. Yeah, ACL, man, is once you get that ACL, dude, it's done for sure. Like, I mean, I've seen some players, like you'll see quarterbacks playing ACL, like Phillip Rivers, who just recently came back to the Colts, which is absolutely like freaking mind blowing right now. But I don't think like when you are an edge rusher, you're pushing off your knee, you're doing a lot more. You need those knees and stuff, so it's just not possible. Like compared to like other quarterbacks or like stuff like that, I just can't imagine an edge rusher being able to push through an ACL. It's too much. Besides, Nick Bosa is focusing on his coffee influence career. I don't know if you guys noticed, but apparently he's a coffee influencer now on TikTok. He makes like fancy, he's getting better at it. At first he wasn't that good, but he's starting to get better at making like designs and making coffee and things like that. Nick Bosa does that now. He's like making fancy espresso coffees. Gotta love Fred is ridiculous. Exactly, man. He's I don't know how anyone could not. Does Fred Warner have any haters? Like, does he have any haters? Like, I can only like even Dallas Cowboys fans, I feel like would respect him and love him. Like, he's just one of those guys, Fred's a man, but Kittle is so goddamn lovable. He is, dude. He is. No matter how bad things are, dude, he's always on. Always on. I don't think I've ever really seen him off. I think like losing the Super Bowl, sort of. He was a little off. But that happens to anybody. And even then, he was stronger than most people losing a Super Bowl. And, he's got a strong mindset, Kittle does. Kittle has strong mindset. He's a great player, puts everything that he is into the game and just wants to have – he puts everything in his mind, soul, and body to have fun. That's what he does. Like, it's always to have fun. If something pisses him off, he jumps into, okay, how can I make this a fun thing? Just how he rolls, man. We should send all our injured players to Germany for surgery. For real, dude. Like Christian McCaffrey, bro. I don't know. He's got those stapled Christian McCaffrey's got the stapled Achilles right now, right? Let's go over there and let's staple together Fred Warner's ankle. Let's go do that. Or Fred Warner can go full Ronnie Lott and just cut that thing off and just stick a prosthetic on it. Don't do that. Brock can do more by trying a little less, take what the defense gives you, and take off lanes. Yeah, the hero ball thing can definitely be it can hurt for sure. Sometimes he needs to. It's not. I understand. Like sometimes you need hero ball. So like I love that aspect of him, but you are right. There's times in the game where it's like, okay, you're a gunslinger, hero ball guy, but that's not the time right now. Like now is not the time to be going hero ball. Just take what you can get. When it's the second half of the game, things are going awry and we need a big play. I get it. Then I understand that situation. But like I think it was previous games or whatever, it was just like everything's fine. You don't need to make that play right now. It's first down. Relax. I like Brock when he lets loose a little, like what he did with that Doogie, right? Was it like this? I think is that. And am I doing it right? Is it like that? I can't do it. I'm trying so hard. How's it do it? Is it like this? I think you do this, right? And then it's like something like I can't do it. I don't know. I'm trying. I tried. I'm not cool like that. I'm 37 trying to do shit like that. Oh my God. Terradome in the house. What up? What up, man? Terradome showing some love. That's what I like to see. Juan most wanted. Kittle is better than Kelsey because although they are similar, Kelsey gets annoying and pissy. Kittle's always in a good mood. That's true. I don't think I've ever seen Kittle like almost beat the shit out of an AARP freaking member in Andy Reid. Dude was like about to go out of his way to just beat the shit out of an elderly man. I couldn't believe that, dude. Like he lost his mind after a while. Kittle, if I ever saw that from him, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. 1,000% facts, most wanted. 1,000%. Brock got to limit the Superman mode to the playoffs. We need him to versus Panthers, for example. Hey, man. Hey, playoff Brock Purdy is – I'm not worried about playoff Brock Purdy. But definitely regular season Brock Purdy for sure. That wasn't Doogie. That was the Doogie Wolfie. I tried, man. I'm 37 trying to make this shit happen, okay? Oh, my God. Kelsey, the pissy Swifty. Yeah, dude. Like, that's kind of like I don't know where – because I believe Kelsey always seemed like a level-headed guy, and I don't want to sit here and talk about Kelsey and Taylor Swift for too long, but I'll just make a quick comment. Kelsey before Swift, I don't remember him acting that way. After Swift, though, he started acting that way. I could be tripping, but I'm pretty sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So, Kelsey's definitely retiring after that. Yeah, dude, he was done. He's done, dude. Like, it's embarrassing at this point, dude. Like, the little backwards, like, and then just hands it to the guy behind him. Yeah, he's done. I think this is his last year. I'd be shocked if he plays another game. Actually, you know what? There is one exception, though. I do think that he would come back next year, but not for the Chiefs, but for the Browns or the Bengals. Because I believe he grew up a Browns fan, but I think he always wanted to play for the Browns or the Bengals because he's from Ohio. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just wants to go play somewhere he's always wanted to play for like 1 year. I wouldn't be surprised by that where he ends up being the backup or whatever. That I wouldn't be surprised by. Because he expressed how much he really loves like how much he wanted to be drafted by the Browns. Like apparently he called them and was like, "You need to get me. I would do anything for you," which is shocking. And I think the Browns should take it. I think the Browns should take what they can get. Salvador in the house. Good. What up? What up? I was about to say good morning. It's like good morning. Kelsey's face was literally, yeah, he was like, oh my God. He was done, dude. But yeah, going back to talking about the 49ers real quick and this Titans game. I am, as Terradome would always say, it's like you cannot treat this game as it's an easy dub. And that's something I've always agreed with him on, is you need to treat every game like you are the underdog, right? That's your mentality. It's going to be in the back of your mind that this team is weaker than yours, but that's what is different from other athletes that know that I need to be on 24/7, right? Those teams that are filled with players that are on 24/7 compared to other teams that, we're going to beat this guy. Let's relax. We got it. The culture is poor or whatever, right? The 49ers, from what I gathered, there was maybe – what was the game? There was maybe 2 games, I think, this year. I think there was 2 games this year I was not confident in the 49ers actually going full go. Like, they didn't feel like they were treating this team, like, super seriously, and everything was kind of going wrong because of it. Everyone kind of seemed laxed a little bit, right? So I need this 49ers team to lock in on every single team because the 49ers need to win out. They need to win out. They absolutely do. So it's the playoffs to an extent. This is a playoff game, I feel like, if you want to get that number 1 seed. It's not the greatest chances, but it's definitely possible. Let me go ahead and bring up those playoff scenarios real quick. This is due to AI, so if you guys want to be like, AI is wrong here, feel free to correct it, because sometimes Google AI does not do a good job of bringing up that kind of info. So, Kelsey was literally, what's up? The Swifties, a Shador game would be ratings. Bonanza. Oh my goodness. That is a good point. I did not think about that, Terradome. Kelsey, Swifties, Swift, Taylor Swift, and Shador, and you got Deion Sanders over there hanging out with him. Damn, dude. Browns would probably have the most, like, yeah, I mean, if I'm the Browns, now that I think about it, I would do that. I'm giving Chelsea. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're not winning a Super Bowl anytime soon, so money. That's what I would do in that situation. Big Brick in the house. What is up? Show some love. That's what I like to see. Feels like the Niners didn't treat the Houston seriously. Now they look great. Niners revived. Exactly. Yeah, there was the Houston game. There's another one. Yeah, Houston didn't seem. Everything was kind of it was ugly. Like there wasn't flow. There was no flow state, as the kids would say. Where's Juice? We got to tighten up. This is go season. I see what you did there. Showing some love. Okay, that's what I like to see. What up, big dude? But, yeah, so let's go ahead and whip out the I'm going to whip out. We'll whip it good. The playoff scenarios for the San Francisco 49ers. Just straight up Google it. So if you guys, like I said, if you guys see something that needs to be corrected or that's not right, feel free to let me know. I'm just going off this. Winning for the NFC West, the 49ers need to win out their final games, which is possible. Their hardest game, if I can bring it up real quick. Would have to be the Seahawks game, but I think there's another one. So, if I can find it. Where's it at? What's the schedule at? It's November 24th. Schedule. All right, so the 49ers have Titans, Colts, which is beatable. Those last 2 games, man, are going to be difficult. The 49ers have the Titans and Colts, which I think are very beatable games. So I think at that point, the 49ers are 11 and are guaranteed an 11-6 season, I think, at that point. But the Bears versus Seahawks, that's going to be tough. I think that's going to be – it just depends if the Bears already clinch something, so maybe they'll rest somebody. Same thing with the Seattle Seahawks. Maybe they clinch something, so they'll let somebody rest. But if we're competing for the number 1 seed, there's no way they would rest their players against us, right? There's no possible way they would do that. Even if they were knocked out of the number 1 seed, if they had an opportunity to knock us out of the number 1 seed, they would totally do it. Like Seahawks would be like, all right, we're trying everything we can to knock this team out of the number 1 seed, right? They would do it. So the Bears and Seahawks, those 17 Week 18 games, I feel like are super important. These next 2 games are light work, but do not treat them like light work because they are important. We need them. If we need them, I want to see us beat the shit out of the Titans. If you don't beat the Titans by 10, double digits, I'm concerned. Okay? Probably means you barely got out of there, if you ask me, right? You relax or something. Against the Titans, you need 10 points. The Indianapolis Colts with Phillip Rivers, we'll see how that is when they play the Seattle Seahawks. We'll see how Phillip Rivers is and how he plays. But if Phillip Rivers looks like absolute shit, then that should be the same boat as Tennessee Titans. I need to see double-digit score against these 2 games. If not, then I'm happy we won, but I'm not satisfied because these 2 teams, we need to go out there and treat them like playoff contenders, Super Bowl contenders like that, right? I need to see them beat this team by 2 scores. We are getting that number 1 seed. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel my bones too, man. They're like this. There's a little bit of the bone marrow is feeling a little bit. I got a little bit of hairs coming up here. I'm with you on that. What's your thoughts on Phillip Rivers coming back from retirement? Let me hold on real quick. My thoughts on this is I would not have called Phillip Rivers. Honestly, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I honestly would have called Cam Newton before him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would call Cam Newton before him. I'm serious. I'm starting Ryan Leonard before him. Like this dude is Phillip Rivers. I watched some of the interview a little bit. His wife is concerned for his health. I'm concerned for his health. The dude hasn't played. His body is not used to hits. I'm not saying I want this to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised he ends up getting hurt. Like he's 44 and hasn't taken a hit since 2000. The Colts just called a guy to get murdered. Okay, they just called a dude and be like, "Hey, man, we all know you're just like 1 hit away from just breaking every rib in your body, dislocating all your vertebrae in your spine. Like you're gonna get messed up, dude." So I don't like it, but I mean, Phillip Rivers is a grown man. He can make that decision himself. He's that type of guy where I don't know if he's the same because he might be different. It has been years since he's played, but from the past, he's played on, I believe, an ACL injury he's played on before. He's played on many other injuries. He's like the Matthew Stafford of the AFC in a sense, except for Matthew Stafford, I think is better. But in terms of toughness, Phillip Rivers has that toughness, but he hasn't played in a long time. It's not the same. So I'm going to be concerned. I want to see how he plays first. Hopefully he beats the Seahawks. I would absolutely love to see that. That would be great. But I'm not going to hold my breath. And not to mention, the guy has to get familiar with the receivers, has to get familiar with the playbook. Not everyone can be Joe Flacco, but even Joe Flacco, man, he's playing intermediately here and there, getting ready for hits, taking hits. You know, maybe Phillip Rivers can go full Joe Flacco. That's possible. It's possible. But that's how I feel about it. I'm scared for him. At the same time, he's a grown man, and he's built different in the past. So it's kind of like a let's see and find out. But that is on the back of my mind. Like, it blew my mind. I can't believe they actually called him back. I can't believe he's actually called him back. Oh, and he no longer is eligible for the Hall of Fame voting. He has to wait another 5 years. So there's that. But his wife was like, I don't want you doing that. So Colts may not be easy as it looks. Defense is still good. And let's see how they look against Seattle first. True. Colts is not a given. I'd say tight ends is a lot more. But the offense, I'm not too worried about with the Colts. The defense, you are right. It's pretty good defense. Trap game is not an excuse this game. Yep. There's no more trap games, man. Is Sauce Gardner still injured? I think he's out for the rest of the season. I could be wrong. Texans, but initial report assessment suggests it's not severe as an Achilles injury, though he has been sidelined since 2 weeks. He has been ruled out 14. Sauce Gardner saying he did not practice on Wednesday. Did he practice today? Did he practice today? Colts injury report. Let's find out. Colts injury report. They got to have it up for today. Yeah. Okay. So Sauce Gardner, he did not participate today. If he does not participate tomorrow, it's practically a guarantee he's not playing on Sunday. If he doesn't participate, if he's limited, probably going to play. If we don't beat him with double digits, might keep us honest, not let it get to our heads. Oh my God. True. Showing some love, tear down. That's like the seat. Niners have been getting disrespected all season. Most analysts keep saying the NFC West is a two-man race. It's more like you're just waiting for the 49ers to just fall apart because they're so injured. It's like there's no way that they could be good, right? There's no way they can win. There's no way with all these holes, Robert Saleh is able to patch them and they're still able to win games, right, and be effective. There is that unbelievable factor where you're just kind of waiting for the shoe to drop, because the Rams are healthy. Seahawks, most part, healthy. There's nothing really to doubt them other than themselves. As for the 49ers, there's holes, so you're kind of just waiting. So I feel like people are just waiting for that domino to fall, that shoe to fall, where it's like, okay, this is where they're falling apart. Because it can happen. Damn, Wolfie, call Cam Newton? Yeah, I would rather call Cam Newton. I'd rather call Cam Newton. You want to know why, man? Yeah, sure. He may not be as good as a passer or whatever, but I trust him, even though I know he's had some injuries, the concussions and stuff, but I kind of trust him to stay more healthier in the situation. Also, he can do the one-read run thing. Philip Rivers can't, right? So, he can go out there, not know much about the playbook. Coach be like, hey, this is your route. Look for that one read. If he's not there, book it. So, I feel like there's more you could do with that guy than you can with Philip Rivers, but the Colts say otherwise, so we'll see, right? I would rather have Cam Newton. Which is shocking. I never thought that in any scenario I would actually say that. But yeah, I would definitely call Cam Newton over Rivers. That's freaking grandpa. He's literally a grandpa, dude. I would call him Cap, to be honest. That's what I would call him instead, too. I would call Cap. I would call Cam Newton. Who else would I call? I would call RG3. Maybe not RG3, but, but yeah. Phil Rivers is as tough as a $2 steak. I like that for sure. That's about on par. Cam is way out of shape. It would take him about 6 months for him to be mid ready. Well, did you see Philip Rivers? That dude is out of shape, bro. He's pretty out of shape himself for sure. Out of town shoot. I'm sure the wife knows he's doing what he wants. Just saying. It's their thing. It's their life, how they want to do it. I know that I know Philip Rivers has a traditional lifestyle. His wife has a traditional lifestyle and stuff like that. So wherever they decide to do it, their personal lives, their personal lives. Rivers has had it his way more than Burger King. Yeah, I made a joke. I was like, I made a video where uh, Philip Rivers gets the phone call, and he's like, "Honey, dust off the curtains. Another season, another kid." And I hope you guys understand what I mean by curtains. Shit be loose like curtains. 49ers win out. 49ers lose against Lions and Seahawks. Seattle lose against Panthers and 49ers, and number one seed is ours. Let me add this back to stage real quick. Let's see if that matches what Big Brick had to say. So 49ers win out. The 49ers must win their final game. Rams lose. The Rams must lose one of their final divisional games against Seahawks or Cardinals. Come on, Seahawks. Packers, a loss by the Packers helps them leapfrog others. If all teams finish, so we need the Packers to lose. If all teams finish 13-4, the 49ers win the division due to a better division. Let's go. Which is possible. Securing a top seed and a bye. Winning the NFC West guarantees a high seed, obviously, likely a first-round bye. They're motivated to be the number one seed for another bye week. Fingers crossed. Wildcard paths, even if they don't win the West, winning their games can push them up to the number 2, 3, or 4 seed, depending upon other NFC results, potentially avoiding the number 5, 6, 7 seeds. Rooting interest during their bye week. Final weeks, Bears versus Packers. A win for either team benefits the 49ers seeding. I think that game just already happened. I think this is older. I actually think this is older. Rams, Seahawks, losses by Seattle or Los Angeles during the final weeks greatly improved San Francisco division standings. We need the Rams to win that game. So, anyway, current outlook, the 49ers are in a great spot. Seen as a lock for the playoffs with a strong chance, over 90% to get in. And they control their destiny for division title and top seed with a strong finish. So, I'm gonna get you guys. I just want to say this really one comment real quick because I've thought about it a couple times, and I know I think I've seen one or two content creators bring this up. The start of the season, the prediction with a pretty much fully healthy team with this schedule, not knowing that some of these teams were actually going to be as good as they were, where the schedule was actually harder than expected, pretty much. This team is 9-4, missing Bosa, Fred Warner, half its depth pieces, and yet somehow we're 9-4. You're missing all these things that are outside of your control, which we started to start the season. I thought this team I was like 11-6, 12-5 at best, 10-7 at the worst is what I said. That's what I was saying with a healthy team. Without a healthy team, this team is doing just that. That's incredible. That's insane. They're doing something that I would expect them to do with a fully healthy roster. And they might actually beat that. They might actually go 13-4. I didn't have them go 13-4 at the start of the season with a fully healthy roster. I didn't expect that at all. So, props to the 49ers, just absolutely obliterating expectations, if you ask me, in terms of what the cards been dealt to them. I'm appreciating that. I'm appreciating this culture. I'm appreciating just how much this team is fighting and beating the odds. It's unreal. And so I'm proud of this team, man. I love this team. I love the culture. Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan they're just so it sucks because they're going to get divorced next year for sure. Because Robert Saleh is just playing way too good. He's just way too good of a coordinator this year. He's gone next year. I'd be shocked if he's not, unless he agreed with Kyle saying, "Hey, do you promise to stay here for 2 years?" Which I don't know how that works, but that's going to hurt. But Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan is the greatest combo, in terms of culture, coaching, and just like complimenting each other. It's just such a. I'm proud of this team, regardless how it ends, because we're not supposed to be 9-4 with what we have. It's crazy. We were supposed to be 9-4 at this point with what we had at the start of the season. Mind blowing. I think that's actually a little simpler than that. Seahawks just got to lose against us. Rams lose once and Packers lose once. I think it's something similar to that too. I thought that was a little more complicated than it was presented there. Old Man Rivers ages like toilet wine. Well, I mean, he's just sitting on the couch, probably eating his way. Like he's like, no one's gonna give me a phone call, man. Rivers gets sacked a million times. He'll be fine. He's showing he doesn't. Yeah, that's true. And he throws it really weird. Do the Rams have to lose twice for us to take the first place? I thought one loss will do it. I thought they have, because we're right now 4-1 in the division. Are the Rams division record? Excuse me. Home away streak. Trying to find the division. 49ers. Yeah, so the Rams are 3-1 in the division. We're 4-1. So they have to lose the Seahawks. And then we have to beat the Seahawks. Because if we're 4-2 and they're 5-1, they beat us in the tiebreaker. I think if the Rams lose and the Seahawks lose, we take temporary leap in front of the Rams until the Rams play the Seahawks again. And if the Seahawks lose, then the Rams take that place. So if the Rams and Seahawks lose, we jump in front of them temporarily until the Rams play the Seahawks. And if the Rams beat the Seahawks, they take our place. If they lose to the Seahawks, then we're pretty much like we got the tiebreaker at that point, guaranteed. So if that Rams-Seahawks game, super important. Unless that already happened. Did it already happen? December 18th. So, not just once. One loss should do it if it's a divisional game. 2 losses for good measure, yeah. Well, they only have 1 loss in the division right now. They need another loss in their division so that we can have the tiebreaker if we beat the Seahawks. Everyone said the 49ers had the easiest schedule start of the year. The way the season has shaken out, it's actually the 4th time. I know you got you are getting the beaten Colts, which are supposed to be like a really good team. They're beating up at quarterback. We don't know who Phillip Rivers is yet. Bears looking good. Seahawks looking good. Rams are good. It's a lot tougher schedule than people made it out to be, for sure. That is shaked out. So I said 17-0 jokingly, but realistically 12-5. If Saul leaves, look out for Raheem Morris. He's a good defensive coordinator. I just don't know how he is as a head coach. And as we know, coordinator, head coach don't always translate. After everyone went down, I thought our season was over. It definitely felt like that, dude. Like, we're not supposed to be here. We got a better conference record, so if the 49 Rams go 13-4, we edge them out unless they have less if they have less losses than us in the division, they take the front. So that Rams-Seahawks game is what's important. That Rams-Seahawks game is important. You need the Seahawks to win that game. But if the Seahawks win that game, if the Rams win that game, then the 49ers are obviously tied with the Rams at that point. And the 49ers have to win the Seattle game later. Division's important. 49ers got to win that Seahawks game. Seahawks have to be a Rams game. Because it goes division, conference. It was division, conference, and I don't know the rest, but it goes division, conference. Best season far. Yeah, they have an easy schedule, but they look good though. They look good. They look good. They don't look like they're just streaming along. You know, it doesn't look like the Patriots are just getting by. They actually look like they're good. They actually have a lot of flow going on there. They're not making a lot of mistakes, and you know, I actually think the Patriots are good. Actually, and that may be a hot take in general because the schedule is easy, but just looking at the way they play, there's just something about them. But my realistic prediction was 12-5 and knocked out the NFC Championship by the Eagles. Looks like that ain't going to happen now. Hey, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that just yet. This is definitely an interesting. This will be an interesting playoffs for sure. No, they don't have to lose a divisional game. Conference record matters too, and we have the advantage. No, they have to lose. No, because if you have 2 losses in the division, and I have 1 loss in the division, right? And we have a tie. We're tied. I'm going to take priority because division comes first. It's division wins, then it's conference. Then after that, it's just who did you beat the other head-to-head in the AFC of the entire league? It goes division, conference, entire league, and then it's like other things after that. So yeah, they definitely need to win that game. Seahawks definitely win that game. Week 18 Seahawks could determine everything. It's important. Conference record is a tiebreaker between the Niners and the Rams, right? Yes, if the 49ers tie the division record. If the 49ers tie the division record, then the conference is what matters. The Colts have turned into glue. We have the advantage. Cool. That's what I thought also. We split the Rams. We both put 5-1. We have the advantage. Yeah, I agree with that. Yep. No, Wolfie, if we win out and Rams lose once to a non-divisional opponent, we win the division. No, because because then we'll be, if we win out with 13-4, if they're 13 and if they win out and lose one game that's non-division, they're 13-4. That's non-division. They have more divisional. They have. I can't do math right now. So, if they're 13-4, and they lose a non-divisional opponent, they're 5-1, and we beat the Seahawks on week 18. Then that's the tiebreaker. Then we jump to the conference. Yeah. But if the Seahawks beat the Rams, we have the tiebreaker when it comes to division. Well, no, they also lost to us. We've lost to them and they've lost to us. So that's kind of a tiebreaker where that's kind of, if we swept them, that'd be different because then they have 2 losses in the division. They lost to us, but they've also beaten us. Tiebreaker is only the first game, I think. It's supposed to be division, conference, division, conference. I'll just Google it so we can just. All right, so NFL.com, NFL tiebreakers use head-to-head, division, common, conference, strength of victory, and other factors. A tiebreaker within a division. All right, so let me just bring it up. All right. So 2 clubs, head-to-head. Best one, loss, tied percentage in games between the clubs, which they're tied 1-1, right now. And if they are 13-4, both of them, we move on to the next one. Best won-loss tie percentage in games played within the division. So if the 49ers are tied, and let's say that we go 5-1, they go 5-1, then we jump on to the next one. Best won-loss percentage in common games. So games that we've played together. So that they've both played. I can't think of a team on top of my head, but a team that's non-division, they played together. That's what comes up next. Then it becomes conference. Conference doesn't come out until after common games. So it goes head-to-head, best record, division, common games, then conference. I thought it was division, then conference. So, yeah, but you're kind of framing like they have to lose specifically to Seattle. They don't. It would be preferred, but they have to. Like, if they lose to Seattle, that would be big. It's like, I'm not saying like it's a big deal. If Seattle beats the Rams, that is huge. That means for the most part, the 49ers are in the driver's seat at that point because they have the lead in the division. They need to win out and then beat that last game in week 18. So like it would put the 49ers in the driver's seat. We are 5-1 in the division. The Rams are currently 4-1 in the division with 2 games. We are 4-1. They're 3-1 with 2 games left in Seattle and Arizona. 1 Rams lost division, and we have the advantage. Yeah, we'll take the driver's seat is kind of what I'm saying. Like, you're not wrong. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying, like, it's an important game. It's a pretty important game. Loss outside the division affect the overall W loss record, which could knock either team out of the contention. Usually your common opponents will be within your respective conference. That is true. Let's look at the Rams record. Rams schedule, not record. All right. So teams that we've beaten. So they've beaten the Texans, which is AFC. We have to beat the Titans because they beat the Titans. We don't play the Eagles. They beat the Colts. That's AFC team. They beat the Jags, no AFC team. They beat the Saints. We beat the Saints. Seahawks, 49ers there. Bucks, they beat the Bucks. We lost to the Bucks. We lost to the Bucks. They beat the Bucks. The Panthers beat the Rams. We beat the Panthers. Yeah, dude. So this cancels each other out here. But the Rams beat the Jags. So then it would jump over to the AFC where the Rams beat the Jags. So that breaks that tiebreaker there. We got to beat the Colts. They beat the Colts. I think they already got the tiebreaker because they beat the Texans and Jags. They've beat 3 teams that we've lost to, and I think we've beat 1 team that they've lost to. So I think they got the tiebreaker on that one. I'm pretty sure. Unless they lose to, like, the Falcons, which I don't see happening at all. If Seattle wins against LA is basically out of contention in the division, and it's the 2-man race against us. Yeah, unless we absolutely fall apart. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a big W. Nip, if you're here, pop up and say hello. Gold dirty bastards. Niners need to trade for Burrow. Purdy Bosa first and third. Make it happen. Nah, dude. I like Purdy, dude. I like Purdy. Burrow's nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll say Burrow is better than Purdy. I wouldn't do it. It really goes that deep for a tiebreaker. I think it's gonna be tight. These three teams, man. I think it's gonna come down to some weird, funky, weird little shit down here. That's what it's gonna come down to. Watch. At the end of the year, it's not gonna come down to head-to-head. It's not gonna come down to division. It's not gonna come down to common games or conference. It's gonna come down to some weird little best net points in common games. Or coin toss. Wouldn't that be crazy to see? I would like to see a coin toss. I want to see a coin toss. I wanted to come down to, could you imagine that the division comes down to a coin toss? Not even division, but possibly the number one seed. All because you said heads or tails, dude. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. Gold, Dirty, we just checked out what you got to do to qualify. So in case you weren't here, you have to. This is the list here this is it right here. First, obviously head-to-head, best record, division, common games, then conference. Strength of victory in all games, strength of schedule in all games. And so that's the list right there. But all right, let me go ahead and whip out Wales right here. All right, guys, we're at the end of the show here, but before we go, we're going to take a look at some NFL memes. I found some NFL memes. I found a Reddit that's absolutely hilarious. There might be some inappropriate jokes on there, so I think I'm going to read them first before I show, because I don't know. It's on Reddit, and they have NFL jokes on there. I got to watch it, because people do be woke. No, we do, Wolfie. I don't know how it works, but I know for a fact we have the advantage. I hope so, man. I hope so. Oh, my God. Rams losing to Atlanta would be laughable and so amazing. That would help us out, too, as well. That would help us a lot. Papa J, what the fuck? Hey, man. Come on now. Let's not do that. Falcons, those Falcons can get them. I hope so, dude. They lost to the Panthers. It's possible. It's possible. Wolfpack, please check out the Buddies podcast. There's a Buddies podcast. Sounds like a restaurant, not gonna lie. If it's in Atlanta, Georgia, on early start, you can get the upset in Atlanta. All right. I hope it happens, man. I won't be right about that. Like, I don't think it is, but I'll take it. I'll take it. If the Rams lose to Atlanta and they lose to Seattle, we got it. It's all us right there. That's all us. I'm just daydreaming, though, at that point. I think either way, we all have NFC West teams in the playoffs. 49ers, number one seed, Rams, Seahawks. Yeah, it's pretty much like, I'm not saying it is guaranteed, but there's a great chance that just all three of these NFC teams are going to make the playoffs, and it's going to be – I think that's crazy. I think that's really cool. The 49ers, the NFC West is being represented right now. Two of the best teams in football, Rams, Seahawks. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. That was not my prediction at the start of the year. 49ers put up the fight that they are. It's such a weird year, and I'm happy that the 49ers are doing what they're doing, but I'm also happy. This might be weird to say, but there's like a weird, funny flex where you say, our division has the Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers in it. Like, there's a weird flex to that. And I don't know why. It's just something about it where it just feels like the 49ers just become 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams collectively just become more badass because they collectively are going to possibly make the playoffs. There's just something about it. 1%. Young men have hard time in Atlanta and Miami with early starts. Have they? Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Could be two teams tied, though, with Seahawks correct. I think the Seahawks lost multiple – I'm pretty sure they've lost multiple division games. I think the tiebreaker is between the Rams and 49ers. I think the Seahawks are kind of behind the eight ball because I think I think they have 2 losses in the division. Everyone else just talking shit show. They're good people. Okay. All right. Hey, we all just have a good time. So, Rams are at home on Sunday against the Lions. Then a short week to travel to Seattle on Thursday night, and a long week to play in Atlanta after Christmas. To play Atlanta Monday night. That's a tough sledding. That is. That actually is. You guys are making me feel hopeful. I'm not gonna lie. Like you guys legit are making me a lot more hopeful than I did when I started. I was already hopeful and excited. I was already like, oh my God, it's a huge opportunity here. You guys are making it like, you guys are actively convincing me like, we're going to win this shit. Is anyone going to actually watch Thursday night football? It is kind of a Bucks Falcons. It's kind of an important game to an extent. Sort of. I guess for the Bucks, right? Atlanta will be amped up and looking to play spoilers on Monday night against the Rams. Yeah. I want that to happen so bad. Dude. We need an Eagles-esque collapse for the Rams. All fun and games, though. All right, cool. As long as you guys that's your guys' thing, then that's all good. It's all good. All right. I won't get my panties in a bunch too much then. I won't be too strict, I promise. Hell yeah, I'll be watching that Thursday, even though I hate watching football on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I'm not a fan of I liked him back in the day, but I'm not a fan of him now. I respect him as an announcer. What's his name? He's the Amazon guy. I can't think of his name. He's a legend, but I think he's done. I can't think of his name. I think he's done. Yeah. Hell yeah, we win the Super Bowl for the next 5 years, baby. Let's go. I'll take us 10 Super Bowls. Just call him as I see him. Let's do it. No, I'm excited. Hey, I'm not saying don't do that. Do it. Let's go, baby. Convince me, man. I'm pumped. You guys got me pumped. I'm pumped. Let's go. All right. Here are some NFL memes. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Give you guys a couple little laughs. All right. So here it is. NFL memes. What would you do if you had $200 million? I'll tell you what I'd do, man. 2 turnovers in the same play. That's crazy, dude. I can't believe he did some shit like that, dude. I can't believe he did some shit like that. Oh, my God. Rare photo of OJ with glove and white. Oh, my God. The pick behind Eli. That's good. You gotta love some Peyton make fun of his forehead jokes. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, dude. Oh my God. Why you should start Stafford over Bo Nix? Okay, I don't know about that. When Dolly Parton first came out, I thought it was the Dallas Cowboys honoring a cheerleader from their last Super Bowl. Classic. Hey, I can't really. I mean, we're the 49ers, so I mean, that's like we haven't won one in a while too, but it's still funny. Okay, we didn't throw Dolly Parton out there. Okay, that wasn't us. They did that. Oh my God. Go Bills. We still got a shot. Bengals thinking they got this game in the bag. Watching Josh Allen own them own them to win the game. Oh my God. They had that W in the bag though. They had that W in the bag. We used to pray for times like these. 6-7. Ugh. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. I don't know if you guys are aware of the 6-7. Oh, I hate that. Uh, what does that say? I don't know if I should laugh at that. Check out the 49ers theme Mandalorian helmet. Well, that's pretty cool. It's not bad. It's kind of cool. Cam Dunn ruined this man's reputation. This is genuinely insane. Why are they calling him a cookie? I don't get it. Can someone explain this to me? I don't get the joke there. Why are they calling him a cookie? That. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. It was there. And for some reason, you know how sometimes like things just, like trends or even things you find annoying just hits you. That's what happened to me, man. And I fell victim to it. It's like, there's like a spell to it. Oh my God. That is so true. Look at that. They need to switch that though. They need to put the Seahawks on the right. And they need to put the Seahawks where the Rams are. The Rams need to go where the Seahawks are because the Rams got blue. The Seahawks got green. Rams don't got green. They kind of messed that up. But in a nutshell, that's about right to me. I'm not going to lie to you. But all right, guys, that's where we're going to go ahead and cut it short. And the memes, man, it just takes a little bit, just a couple minutes, take some funny stuff. Good show, Wolfie. You should go live every Thursday. I'm going to try and go live a lot more now, once a week. If not, I'm going to go for like the games. If I don't go live for a game that week, I'll go live for a show later that week. Just a reminder, guys, I only have 20 hours on StreamYard to go live, so I have to like really calculate 3 hours for this game, 1 hour for this show, 3 hours for this game, 1 hour for this show. So I really have to like calculate the hours that I have. Next year, not next year, I guess next year. Yeah, I guess technically, but in January, I'm going to make some sacrifices and try to get the unlimited time. So that way I can go live for the entire playoffs because I had an absolute blast last year. Absolute blast with you guys watching all the playoffs games together. That was absolutely amazing. It was a great time. And I want to do it again, like really bad. So next month, I'm going to try to make some sacrifices, get that going so we can watch the playoffs together, just have a great time. Yeah, so I'm a Hurts defender, but that was a terrible fucking game. That game was bad, dude. That was another weird – okay, I don't want to say it too long, but, like, I was just saying the dude's mid. Like, I was just saying, hey, he's mid, all right? I was like, he's 15. But the moment after that game, dude, Eagles fans even, everyone, bottom 10. He sucks. He's a backup. He's trash. Jameis Winston's better. Like, everyone's just drilling this dude. And I'm like, I just said he was like the 15th-ish quarterback. That's all I said, dude. I'm all these people, dude, are just bashing the shit out of him, dude. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm going to take the gas off a little bit, calling this dude mid, because I feel like enough people are bashing him already. I forgot tonight. Tonight was Thursday. That happens, man. I forget days too. Ask Terradome. Yeah, fumble. I think we can laugh when it comes to the Cowboys Super Bowl jokes because at least we've been close. That's true. We are a little bit. It's more of a fight from us. Them is just constant suffering. Jared would love for Dolly to be a Dallas cheer. He would. Them both being from them both being from 200 BC, they're probably familiar with each other. 6'7" shit. That picture actually, such asterisk. It is. It really was. That really was. Peace out, y'all. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Peace out, Dr. Take care, man. Always good times, Wolfie and the pack, of course. You guys are the best. Thank you, Papa J, for being the best mod a bro can ask for. Truly, man, you're awesome. Thank you, Dr. Space Monkey. Thank you for being here as well. Salvador, as always, man, appreciate you. Bang, bang, not a gang, baby. Crazy Juice, appreciate you being here too, man. All love. Juan, you are awesome per usual. Big Brick, thank you for being here for the show, man. I hope you enjoy the Thursday night football game. I'm probably going to give it a watch while I make some food. It's going to be in the background. I'm making burgers tonight. Making some burgers tonight. Gold Dirty Bastards, thank you so much for being here too as well. Terradome. Be sure to check out the Terradome show, guys. Every Tuesday and Thursday. He goes live all the time. He breaks down film, man. He's got some great content. Be sure to go down there and check him out if you're not aware of him already. I think that's everything. So if I miss anyone, let me know. I'll be sure to give you a shout out. And thank you, Wolfpack. You're awesome. I'll see you either this Sunday. If not, most likely this Sunday, I will be going live for the game, most likely. But if not, there will definitely be a show, maybe 1 or 2 shows the next week. But I obviously will keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much for being here. And be sure to hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button already, because every single like makes my 49ers heart grow from here to here. All love, fam. I'll see you next vid. Bang, bang, Niner gang, baby.